Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and I hope you're doing really well. I found some patterns, or a pattern that I wanted to teach recently, and the name of it is Holly by Linda Dawson. And things happened and I had to delay, and lucky for me, because I found a really cute ornament to put it on. Let's see if I can get it to show up. Okay, there in the, okay. And here's one in black. That one shows up on the camera a whole lot better, but it's a super easy pattern and a very fun and easy ornament to create. I've been making a lot of them, so I can give them away when we have our Thanksgiving gathering later this week. So let me get to my desktop and we'll get started. All right, welcome to Not Perfect Zen. And I'm grateful to have found this fun thing to do and that I'm able to share it with you in this video, and I hope you really enjoy it. The pattern that I want to teach you is called Holly by Linda Dawson. And let me show you on this card what it looks like when you put it in a grid. This one I happened to do in gold jelly roll around the border. And then I used a green metallic jelly roll and then just a red pen. And it's super easy. It's fun to do, and it makes a really pretty ornament. This is the one that we're going to do. This one is a little bit smaller grid on this card, but this one is fast and easy, and you'll be able to start making these as soon as you want. All right, since I was going to make a lot of these, oh, and wanted to let you know that this ornament I learned from Dorian Eng. She is a CZT and she calls it her 2018 ornament. And her website is littlebitofheart.com. And I have her permission to share how to make this. And I want to do several of these that are going to look like this one. So for me, I made a template, and basically I just took my Zentangle 3.5-inch tile and put it on a scrap piece of paper, drew around it. Then I drew my border inside because I like having a border on each of these. And then I used a ruler to divide this up so that from here on out, I could just put it down on here. Now, that's only because I want to make a bunch of these. Like I said, I've got people coming over for Thanksgiving, family. It's not just people, it's family. And I want to give each of them a little ornament. I think it'll be fun. Okay, so what we need, you don't have to have this, but if you're going to make a lot of them, it will be helpful. We're going to need scissors, a tile. I'm going to use a micron 01, sorry. I'm going to use an 01. And if you want to, you can shade it. So we are going to shade it just so you can see how pretty that is. And to make it into an ornament, you need the scissors and a little jingle bell and some kind of thread. And I only have this, so I'm using it on all of them. Okay, So we're going to start by, putting a thin border on this tile. Let me turn this a little bit. Sorry. I moved my camera when I was trying to show, well, this pen's not working. Try this pen. When I was trying to show you the ornaments, I moved my camera, and so it's not quite centered on this anymore. Okay. So just a very thin border. And I really liked it when I did it in gold, but I'm just going to do this one in black so you can easily see what I'm doing. You could definitely do this on a tile that's colored with watercolor. Okay, so now I'm going to use my little template that I made. So I'm just going to center it in here and then lightly put these marks because I like for it to look even. And to me, it's just like using the Marcus operandus that Zentangle put out. Okay, so now I can put that template away. And now I'm just going to connect these lines. Again, it helps if you'll do it once and then watch where you're going, not where you've been. Okay. And they're not perfectly straight, but at least they're even. Okay. I didn't line that up perfectly, but it's okay. We don't do perfect. The next thing we're going to do, okay, I want to show you also that this is basically just a fragment. Okay, so I have an arrow to tell myself to go to the back. And the fragment itself is just super easy. It's inside of a square. Okay, and you add a diagonal line. And then what I like to do is put a dot in the center here. Just gives me something to aim for because I like for it to look kind of even. Yes, I'm being a perfectionist today. Okay, and then she puts these little orbs in the center. And when you make this green like this, and then add the little orbs in red, it does look like holly leaves. And she does have some variations. And I have done this, and it's really pretty, but we're just going to do that basic one today. Okay, so it is a fragment. And we need an X in here because we're doing this section, okay? So it's going to go across like this. So just start in one of these corners and go from corner to corner and corner to corner. And let's just go ahead and go all the way across. And always go corner to corner. Don't try to just draw a straight line because your grid is never going to be perfect like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here because this is where we're going to do that X for the holly. So I'm going to bring it across like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing in this one. It's going to be our other X. And I just have to be careful when I'm doing this to get it right. Corner to corner, corner to corner. And this one's going to go all the way across because this is going to be part of the X for this section. And this is just something I came up with when I was practicing these ornaments with holly. And when you do it like this, I just really liked how it filled one side. Okay, so where'd my card go? Okay, well, I was gonna, oh, there it is. So now we're gonna do this on these diagonal lines. And I'm gonna put a dot and a dot in kind of the center, just gives me something to aim for. And then come from the top to that line and down. You can make these perfectly straight or you can make them a little bit curved, and mine are just slightly curved. All right, go to that next diagonal, dot, dot. And once you get into the rhythm of it, it goes pretty fast. We're always working on these diagonals. Dot, dot. Okay, so we have one finished. I'm just going to repeat that. And like I say, try not to make it go too slow for you. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And I think mine just looks so much better after I started adding these dots. And see, that one, I have mostly straight line. That was curved. It's not going to matter. Okay, let's go. And I'm just trying to put that dot kind of in the center between those two lines. And oops, lined up with that. I can't talk and draw at the same time, apparently. So we're planning to have most of my kids here at my house on Thanksgiving, so that would be nice. We didn't get to do it last year. Okay. Almost done. I've really enjoyed doing this and playing around with different colors and stuff. Mostly with my metallic and moon glow jelly roll pens. I have so many colors. Okay, there we go. So if you were to just do this as a tile and leave it as it is, just the very basics, I would come in and shade the tips of each of these leaves. Yeah, and I just remembered I need to put those little holly berries. So just a little bit of graphite in each of these corners. And then I'll go back and put those little berries on there. Let's see, I missed these. Didn't miss any others. Okay. And soften this toward the center. I'm always going to leave the center unshaded. That gives it a nice highlight. And try to soften this so you don't have any obvious edge. But it always looks darker on the video than it does on my tile. Okay, I think I've got everything in that direction now. Okay. Let's go back and put our little O's, and let's do it the way she does. She puts them right in the corner. And you can fill them in, make them solid. You can put them closer to the center between the corner and this, which is what I tend to do, but I'm going to do this the way the step out shows. You could come in after doing this with watercolor brush pens, markers, colored pencils. I do have a variety of colors of microns. I have used that also. Okay, so that is our tile. And now I'm going to show you how to turn that into a little ornament. Okay, let's back it out. And I'm going to show you how to fold it. And what we're going to end up with is it's going to be folded in half, folded again in half. We're making creases. Then you're going to fold it diagonally and diagonally again. And what we'll end up with then is folding it down into the center like that. Okay, so I'm going to do it on this tile that we just finished and try to get close enough that you can understand what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to take it and fold it in half. And by the way, you can use any size square. It doesn't have to be this Zentangle card, but or tile rather, but I wanted to do it. And if you use the jelly roll like here, sometimes when you try to crease this, it will smear, so you might just keep that in mind. Even after it's dry, the white jelly roll came off when I tried to pull my fingernail across the tile. Okay, so I have folded it in half again. Okay, so folded it once, folded it twice. Now I'm going to go corner to corner. Okay, and again, I just rub the back of my fingernail across it. You could use a bone folder. And we're going to fold it one more time. So cross there, cross there. So you should have good creases up and down and diagonal. So the next thing we're going to do is you're going to want to put some glue on there, but I'm going to show you first. The long edges, okay, the corners are going to be pushed down. And that means that the piece between them is going to be glued. And hopefully I can make that clear. So I'm going to turn it again, and I'm going to push that down. Okay, and now it's pushed like that one. Now here's the other long corner. I'm going to push that down and all the way in. And then just crease it. That's how you do the ornament. I'm going to show you again. Okay, so we have it all creased, and it's the long ends that you want to push in and kind of crease that again. Push the long end down, then crease it. Okay, so you're just going to keep pushing those long ends in. It takes some practice, but it's not hard to do. And now the scissors. I'm just going to cut that very tip off. All right. And now I have a hole. And I'm just going to get a length of this. She says 9 inches. This is the cord. And I'm just going to cut a length of that. I've had that out. I'm going to get my jingle bell and put the cord through it. Hopefully it'll go right through. Okay. And then just tie it. Okay. Just going to do a slip knot. I guess that's what you call it. Push it to the end. Close. Okay. So I don't want that part to show, so I'm just going to pull this down because that cord is going inside the ornament. But first, okay, I don't think I told you need a glue stick. I don't want to get glue on my thing, so now I'm just going to put a good amount of glue on the inside. Okay. And now my ornament cord is going to go through that center hole. Okay. And I want that to probably hang down about like that. So I want it in there when I start folding these. Okay. Oop. So I took this center part where it says Zentangle, and I'm squeezing that together. Maybe that's a good guide for you. Oh, it's coming out. It's stuck to my fingers. Okay. It's tricky. It's stuck to my fingers. All right. I'm going to get this next one so I can catch that in there. So now I have 2 more corners put together. Again, I pushed that long corner down. And now I'm just going to pushing on this. Pull that up just a little bit. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. All right. I'm going to back out just a little bit now and show you some other ideas. This was an old tile that I had. I have a box of tiles that are not necessarily favorites, but I don't throw them away. I can do that's a winging on this side. I can do transcending, or I thought, why not look through them and see if I can make an ornament? So I just got this one, made sure it was square, and then I we'll push that corner down. The corner of the tile goes down to the center. Corner of the tile goes down to the center. Corner goes down. And there you have it. I've already cut that one. So that would make a pretty ornament, pretty thing to hang on a mobile. Okay, I've already shown you this one. And that was the same as what we just did, except on a smaller grid. Okay. And again, once I push it, that's how that one looks. It is gold jelly roll, metallic green jelly roll, and red pin. This one is just, I made a bunch of triangles and I put well in each one of those and colored it with gold, green, and red. And that's how that one looks. I wasn't sure about it as I was doing it, but just have fun with it. This is with gold jelly roll. This is bales. And then the bales is done in gold. And then I did floors inside of each of the bales and then just kept adding some jelly roll. These are all sparkly. I don't know if you can tell that. I think that's going to be really pretty. This one was a Zentangle that I did with awe. And then I didn't like the border, so I didn't like the Zentangle. So I cut it up. And I think it came out really pretty. Again, it's just, I had long stems of awe, and I put yellow and gold in the centers. And then this is Therefore, is the name of that pattern. And that one was fun. This is a tile that I did. It's a fragment X7. And I've had that tile sitting in a box of tiles. And that will make a really pretty ornament. And then this is the same tile that we did today. But I did the grid in black, and then I did green jelly roll, gold jelly roll, and red. So there you go. I hope that made sense. Let me know if you have any questions. And I hope you have fun with this. I have really enjoyed making these little ornaments, and I hope you do too. Okay, this is Barbara, and this is actually being recorded after I finished that first recording, because I went to my friend Victoria's house and we made several of these, and I learned something, and that is that the way that I was doing it, the string is not secure. You can see, hold on, how it's coming back and forth. Okay, and that's not good. So what I want to show you is that when you put this little jingle bell on the string inside of here, I would suggest putting a piece of tape down, and then also adding extra glue where you have this little string going through it. And I think that'll work better. This is another one that I did with Victoria on a card that she had colored. And this is just like the Tangle Ah all over it in white with little gold in the middle. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thanks again for watching. Have fun. Bye.